G'day warbanders, and today I want to talk about Master of Command, Prussian Glory. It's a new game by Armchair Historian, or Griffin, and it's a roguelike strategy about the 7 Years' War, and we never get that from games. There's very few games about that period, and I don't know why, because it is the first World War. A lot of countries were involved on a global scale, and it's interesting to see that Griffin's create a game like this. So what's the game about? So you're surviving against Russia, France and Austria, but you can play as the other factions as well. And Griffin's been working on this game for a while now, and I've watched from the concept phase, and don't tell him guys, but I gave him a little bit of inspiration from the game called Fast and Light. So a few of the campaign elements are similar to that game, if you've ever heard of that, where you move point to point. And he's running with it, so I'm happy about that. I'm not a shill, not paid to do this video. I just watched the game development, and I bring news to you. So yeah. He also made another game called Fire and Maneuver, which is more like a tabletop war game converted into the digital realm. Some people didn't like it, I did. I found the multiplayer very skill-based, and I had some fun with it, but unfortunately it died, and Griffin's moved on. And that's for the best, because I don't think it was making any money. It was free to play. You didn't have to pay for it, and there was microtransactions in it, like only a little bit, but developers have to make money to continue their journey. But unfortunately it was a bit buggy as well. I understand why people didn't like it, but he's moved on now, and he's moved on to this sort of total war type roguelike game, and I'm really interested in it, and I'm going to be doing some gameplay of it because he's said it's going to be a difficult game. I'll talk about it later. So yeah, the main core of the game is you're going to be fighting like total war-like battles similar to Ultimate General, but with this randomized campaign that takes you through regions, and these regions are your gameplay areas. You then fight battle to battle from specific points, similar to Faster and Light, what I said before, with battles, rewards, and you have to manage your logistics and attrition rate similar to a real campaign. So just don't think of this as like a total war campaign when you move armies around, stuff like that. You go from these specific points and you gain resources from them, you recruit troops and all that. So think of it as like the Ultimate General games, the linear Ultimate General games, where you're going from battle to battle, but instead of that, you have choice of what you want to do. And I love that logistical aspect. Keep that in the game, Griffin. Keep that nice. I like to manage my guns. I like to, see if I can, feed my troops. Very good point in the game, I think. But the main thing, like the main tension point, the game, or the main boss, is where there's an enemy encampment at the end of every region, and that encampment grows stronger every day, and the more you maneuver on the map. And I love that concept, because it adds challenge and adds, tension. And I just want to say, there's no enemy armies moving on the map, so I don't think there's going to be like enemy AI moving on the map. There's not going to be that. It's just you going from point to point, and think of the last point as like the boss of the region. That's what Griffin said, like the boss, and you got to defeat it to win the region. And I assume you go to region until you finish the campaign. And again, guys, people always mistake Griffin's games as full-on Total War games because he has a lot of Total War fans, and I understand their thinking, but you got to think of it in a realistic sense, where this small developer is trying to make a smaller game, and he's trying to make a Total War game, but like not as pretty or with all the bells and whistles. But he also has this roguelike element, and I just love it. But it drives me nuts as well. It also drives Griffin nuts as well. And yeah, as I said before, what I like about this game is it's focusing on a challenging game. So it's going to be a challenging game. Sorry. The game gets harder over time, like roguelike. So you're gonna face the stronger enemies, more enemies. And Griffin, if you're listening, please don't cop out and make it easy for your fans. I've seen this with many games that start out that are like challenging, but they're still winnable, but they're challenging. And then the fans, sorry, they go, oh, make it easier, turn down the difficulty, please. Please ignore that, okay? People love challenging games sometimes. Think of the XCOM games where people just love those challenges, and people make memes about it, and it gains a lot of traction. So make that a cool aspect of your game, I think, Griffin. And I could see myself doing a challenge run in this game, see how long I can survive. Like I like playing on the hardest settings of every game. I like to be hurt myself in that regard. But yeah, Now for the battles, they seem small in scale, and I didn't mention this before. And and I did say this, it's similar to Ottoman General. So think of Ottoman General, where you're fighting with like a small scale battle, I think, but it looks a more grand scale in the looks, of how it's presented. But the thing about Total War, and everyone's put this game on its pedestal, I find it very easy to exploit. There's like, you can exploit the stupid AI really easily. It's always the same hammer and anvil tactic in Total War. And I'm hoping in this game it's still gonna be like that. It's gonna be like a decent AI, and the enemy has way more troops than you, so it's gonna be a challenging experience. And the other thing I don't like about, Master Command is that the infantry are too spaced out, like Empire Total War. And I feel like it's a tiny bit too cartoony. Like, I know it's within his channel's style, but I want to see like some more blood, like more dead bodies. Like, and there's already dead bodies there, but I want to see a bit more carnage of the battlefield. That would be interesting. Like, I want to see cannon shots, like when you shoot a cannon, like you see the round shot and it bounces off. Like, I want to see something like that. I want to see something like that, And yeah, guys, that's Master of Command. I'll be playing it when it comes out, and I hope Griffin gives me like a beta key or something, because I'd love to showcase it and see if I can win. But yeah, I've been watching this since the early days. I'm really interested. Of course, this is a smaller game leading to a bigger game. Obviously, he was going to make like a Total War type game with a Total War type grand strategy in the background, but he didn't get to that, so he made this smaller game, and it's still good. I like the roguelikes. I like roguelikes, so this is going to be interesting. So yeah, guys, if you like this video, please like and comment. Tell me your thoughts. Are you interested in this game? I definitely am, as an Armchair Historian fan. But yeah, see ya, bye.